Imagine you're living 10,000 years ago. It took you 3 weeks to gather enough supplies for your small group to survive the winter. And now you watch someone else in your group trying to get closer to the person you care about. Not a word is spoken, but your body reacts instantly. Heartbeat faster, thoughts narrowing, vision sharpening. You think this is a weakness, but your brain calls it survival. What you just felt has a name. We call it jealousy, and most people think of it as a character flaw, but history tells a different story. 10,000 years ago, humans lived in small groups of 20 to 50 people. There were no storerooms that spoke for themselves, no contracts, no legal systems. There was only one thing that mattered: bonds. Whoever lost food, protection, or a partner often lost everything. Not symbolically, but literally. A hunter without a group had almost no chance of survival. A mother without a reliable partner had to raise offspring alone in a world with no safety net. Resources were scarce. Partners were scarce. And keeping both often meant the difference between life and death. In that world, staying alert when someone got close to a person who mattered to you wasn't paranoia. It was a survival strategy. Evolutionary psychologists call this behavior mate guarding, the active protection of a bond that's critical to one's own survival or reproduction. And your body developed a precise system for it. The moment your brain detects a possible threat to an important bond, it releases cortisol, the stress hormone that makes you alert, tense, and hyper-focused. At the same time, your dopamine drops the instant you sense something valuable might slip away. The result? You become restless. You watch more closely. Your thoughts start looping. This doesn't feel like a conscious decision because it isn't one. It's a biological alarm system that has had the same job for tens of thousands of years, preparing you for loss before it actually happens. Today, we don't gather supplies for winter anymore, but the alarm system is still there. Only the triggers have changed. You scroll through a partner's story and see a comment you don't like. Your pulse spikes before you even know why. You watch a coworker get praised for a project you also worked on. Suddenly, you feel that familiar tightness in your thoughts. Instagram, workplaces, promotions, relationships. The stage has changed, but the mechanism behind it is 11,000 years old. Your brain doesn't distinguish between arrival at the fireside and arrival in the office. To your nervous system, both are the same threat, the possible loss of something your survival depends on. Maybe that's the part we've been missing. Jealousy isn't a sign of immaturity, and it isn't proof that something is wrong with you. It's proof that your brain still knows exactly what it feels like when something vital is under threat. Even when today, that threat is just a comment under a photo. The question isn't how to get rid of this feeling. The question is whether you recognize when your ancient brain is speaking, and when you get to decide for yourself what truly matters.